Well, truthfully, I I think it's a few reasons why Nintendo pulled out of the actual conference, and it's smart, but then it's also risky. Now, the smart reason why I feel that they pulled out of the E3 conference, like having a press conference, is because they probably really don't got anything to show. And it's one of those situations where you don't want to put yourself out there on a big stage, and you know in your heart, you know what I'm saying, you've been doing this for many years, you know in your heart you don't have anything to really show that's going to either make a big impact from last year, or you know good and well you got two other major manufacturers in the name of Sony and Microsoft that got tons to show because they're launching a brand new platform. So in terms of comparison, Nintendo already know that journalists, the press, they're going to be eaten alive. Because think about it, let's say they did have a major press conference. You know good and well everybody's going to talk about Nintendo, they're going to talk about Microsoft, and talk about Sony. And when they come to make a comparison to see who had the best conference overall, Nintendo's going to get drugged through the dirt, and it's just going to continue to taint their image with what they released in the Wii U. And already it's not a good look from sales and image. So why embarrass yourself on the biggest stage of all and make it a quicker, unsuccessful system in terms of their previous outing with the actual Wii in comparison to what they're doing with the Wii U right now? You see what I'm saying? You don't want that like on your conscience, and you don't want that in the media to be slaying you. So don't put yourself in a position. That's a smart route in my opinion. Now, the risky part, it's all about image in terms of your positioning in the industry and your loyal fans out there. So that's why it's a gift and a curse, and we're gonna get to that next. But in all reality, you got three major people, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, that come every year to show what they got. Now this year, in like the past 20 years, if I'm not mistaken, Nintendo always been there. Now they're not there. So you know what that looks like? It looks like, wow, Nintendo ain't doing as good as they used to the point where they can't be on the same stage as the great Sony and the great Microsoft. So in terms of your position, it looks bad. So I'll give you this example. If you look at someone like if you look at someone like a 50 Cent, love 50 Cent, or if you look at someone like The Rock, you know what I'm saying, Stone Cold Steve Austin, a lot of people that are great in their era, you know what I'm saying. Once you get to that top level, you know, and you keep going on, people expect that, you know. But let's say The Rock, as great as he is, don't appear at WrestleMania. Like, you go from being the face of an industry to not even appearing at WrestleMania. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or you go to like someone like 50 Cent, you go to being the face of hip hop, 12 million sold in your debut, and then like your last album I think only did like 1.1 mil if I'm not mistaken. So it's like, that's still great, you know, it's still great, it's nothing bad about that. But people are always going to compare you to the last thing you did, like, you know what I'm saying? And when you're so great, people put you against yourself. And in this position with Nintendo Wii and that brand, the Wii U is nowhere near the Wii in terms of performance, and people judge you on that. That's just reality. So them pulling out, I see why they did it, but I feel it's more smart, even though it is risky. So, you know, that's my reasoning, or so to speak, on why I feel they pulled out. They know good and well they don't got anything to really directly compete, so they rather do it on a low level and just show you what they have. And when the time is right, hopefully next year they'll be back on the stage. Alright, so to be honest with you guys, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not sure if they can bounce back. I don't think they can. Like with the Wii U, and I'm not, like, keep in mind, I got everything. I got the Xbox 360, I got the PlayStation 3, I got the Nintendo Wii U, you know what I'm saying? And I like the Wii U a lot. They got a lot of things going for it in terms of the way they design the system, the interface, the community that they got built in there. They got a lot of great things going on for it. But let's be honest and be realistic in this situation. Can they bounce back? Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. But in my opinion, no, I really don't think they can bounce back from this. I don't see it. And I'm going to tell you why I don't see it. First, PlayStation 4 and the next Xbox is coming. Right? All the focus is on that. And the fact that all the focus is on that is one of the primary reasons, whether they tell you or not, I'm telling you. One of the primary reasons is because Nintendo know they have nothing to go up against both of them like that. Whatever they got some things, but whatever they got in their own heart, in their own mind, from being realistic, which I think is, smart and always the way to go, but they ain't got nothing for no Sony or no Microsoft right now at this point. They really don't. You know what I'm saying? Not only do the sales of the Wii U represent that, but the fact that they pulled out of E3 after decades. Now think about this real hard. Every E3 Nintendo had hasn't been the greatest of E3s. But they didn't pull out of those. But they pulling out of this one? That says a whole lot, yo. It says a whole lot. You know what I mean? And one of the reasons is obviously because of the competition that they got. It's just bottom line. It's like people who looking at Sony and looking at Microsoft, and that's the talk of the town right now. They want to see their new platforms. That's one, right? And then the next thing in terms of the reason why I don't think they'll be able to bounce back is because PlayStation and Xbox still outsells the Nintendo Wii U on a regular basis, which is crazy because the Wii U just came out, so you would expect the newest system. Look at it like this. The Wii U just came out at the end of 2012. It's 2013 right now, right? PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 been out since 2005, 2006. So from day one, the Wii U was supposed to show something that the PS3 and the 360 just can't do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about from the gamepad and gameplay functionality. I'm talking about from an overall performance of the games that's running on your system. And that did not happen. So right out the gate, it's like, well, why, in terms of third-party support, why will someone buy the Wii U version of Black Ops 2 if it runs basically the same as the other two? And the other two got 70+ million a piece each in households, and this system just came out and only got a few million in there. So as a third-party developer, when I make something and I got time and I got manpower being expended and all this other stuff, I'm gonna put my product out in an area where more people can see and have a higher chance of getting in terms of attach ratio. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the Wii U, from a third-party support, in terms of Nintendo, expected a lot of support because you need it. But the problem is Nintendo themselves haven't shown on a regular, consistent basis why you should pick up the Wii U in terms of the differences that it has from the other options you have out there to pick up as a purchase, as a consumer of games, or just a consumer of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So then, if you look at something like a Zombie U, I love Zombie U. That was extremely unique, but that was one game, and Ubisoft did it, not Nintendo. So real talk, like, that game could possibly end up on another platform, possibly. You know what I'm saying? If just saying. I doubt that it happened, but the point is that Nintendo Wii U, I really don't think is going to come back from this. For real. That's one. That's two. So the third thing is this. I think Nintendo got their taste of being cocky. I'll give you an example. The Wii was so successful that I truly feel that Nintendo felt that the Wii U was just going to continue riding the success of the original Wii without them having to do as much to make it happen. The same situation happened with PlayStation 3. PlayStation 1 was so successful, blew out everything. PS2 just cremated everybody, did their thing. So my brand name alone is so good that I could just do whatever because people gonna buy it anyway. Similar to Apple with iPhone. Like, you come out with the iPhone 5, then 5S, then 6 this, and it ain't really that much different from each one. But because people riding the wave of your brand, you just let your brand dictate your sales and where your business go. And that's where Nintendo is at right now. I really don't think they're gonna be able to bounce back from this. And the problem is because no matter what they show you guys, in terms of Legend of Zelda, Metroid, and all this other stuff, no matter what they show you, they need more of things we never seen before. Meaning, we need new IPs, we need new experiences, we need a new Nintendo. Not a rinse and repeat Nintendo. We need a new Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? And when I mean by new Nintendo, I'm not talking about a new console. The Wii U can very well be relevant, be successful, and make money. But the way they're going to do that is to give us something that we can't get nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? And on a consistent basis, on a regular basis, and in a way that showcases gameplay-wise, in a way where you can't get from the next PlayStation or the next Xbox or what's already out there with the 360 or the PS3. They have to differentiate themselves from the competition to make them stand out and stand alone. They haven't done that, and Zelda and all these other games is not going to be able to do that only. I'm going to tell you one main reason of that. Zelda, Mario, that stuff came out back in the 80s. The same people that gravitated to that when you was younger, we're older now. So those same people that love Mario, yeah, we love Mario, but we hardcore on Call of Duty. We hardcore on Battlefield. We playing God of War and Uncharted. Like, you know what I'm saying? We playing Gears and stuff. We playing other things. So Nintendo gotta understand that times have changed and they gotta do more. You can't just rely on what you relied on back in the 80s and think it's gonna work now. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's really not. And this is obviously evidence of that, of what's going on. No way in the world should PS3 and 360 be outselling the Wii U every week worldwide. And you just came out. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line, Nintendo, they came late to the party of the PS3 and 360 generation. They came late to the party. You know what I'm saying? And now that this is the next generation of Nintendo, but this is the box that's on the market right now that they are producing content for. The next PlayStation, the next Xbox, as soon as they come out, when you see that and hold it for the first time, the Wii U isn't gonna matter in terms of the quality and the difference that Sony and Microsoft is gonna bring. And Sony especially, because they're the king of exclusives. They got variety of exclusives, and they got things that you never gonna be able to see, and things that you can't do on the Wii U. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, Sony is the only other company that has a handheld, so that creates competition and interrupts market share when it comes to, you know, Nintendo situation, because they got a handheld too. I don't think they could come back from it. All right, that's my feelings. Peace.